So before I get into anything else, I need to share with you guys a very important piece of information. That is that Yanagi, who is one of our new upcoming units for patch 1.3, she is a certified MILF. Is today Deputy Chief Tsukishiro's birthday, a new Holo Special Operations employee who saw Yanagi's desk filled with flowers on Mother's Day. Hello my DGens, it is that time of the patch cycle. We have drip marketing from Brother Mihoyo about Yanagi as well as Lighter. And to be quite frank, there are a lot of things that happened that I just outright did not expect. I was wrong about a lot of things, but let me start off with what I was most wrong about. I am actually pretty happy to be wrong about it, but I was absolutely dead wrong. So let's have a look at the Lighter drip marketing together. Alright, so pay attention to this. You see how he's moving a little, right? We've got the live 2D, so if I kind of just like come back a little bit, I play it without the sound, you can see Homeboy, he actually has a little bit of animation in his drip marketing. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to Brother Seth over here, and what you are going to notice is that he actually has absolutely no movement. Look, bro is not moving at all. Now, he's not dead, but what this does mean is that Homeboy, A rank, Lighter, with animations and movement, he is going to be an S rank. He is going to be our first male S rank in Zenless Zone 0. Woo! Literally everyone can rejoice because on one hand, the waifu enjoyers can take a little bit of a break after like back to back. I think it was like freaking 6 female S ranks in a row. And then on the other hand, we've got the husbando enjoyers. You guys can finally get a high rarity S rank bro, Lighter. It has taken a long time, but we are here. We're finally here, my guys. Now, that being said, he is going to be on the second half of patch 1.3 because as you can see, Yanagi came first and then Lighter. And I gotta say, this ordering right here is confusing the shit out of me because in all of our banners so far, I'm talking the Ellen, into the Juyuan, Qingyi, and Jane Doe, which is our PubSec group. And then we're going into Sons of Kaladin. We've got Caesar, we've got Benice. I would have expected Lighter to be immediately after. Caesar, Benice, Lighter. Makes a lot of sense, right? But no, Mihoyo had to do this. Yanagi first and then Lighter. No, what the heck are we supposed to expect with that? Like my interpretation, my first reaction was, well, is Yanagi actually gonna be part of the Sons of Kaladin story? I honestly doubt it. I don't know what the heck is going on here. But speaking of Yanagi actually appearing over here, what we can say though is you Miyabi enjoyers or a wannabe Miyabi enjoyers, you guys can probably rejoice and stop blueballing yourself in another 2 months. We know now that generally speaking, Zenless, Mihoyo really love to kind of like group those characters together, release the story with it, PubSec, into Sons of Kaladin, potentially next into Section 6. Therefore, in 1.4, we might see the Harumasa and then potentially the Miyabi. Now there is a counter argument to like that kind of logic, and it's that Section 6 has been predominantly involved in Nivnevna, the hunting of Nineveh and Holo Zero. So if Mihoyo wanted to, they could actually either just like trickle them in like this, Yanagi over here, Miyabi over in like patch 4.0. I'm just saying, man, it's a possibility. I think that Yanagi's appearance here today, it's only a good thing, right? Section 6 are coming, and some of you will be too. So all of that being said, I did want to talk about each of these characters. I'm talking about the Lighter, I'm talking about the Yanagi, because to be honest, my first reaction was like, damn, they really just power-crept Yanagi, Electric Anomaly, that's Grace, and then if we come over to Lighter, he is going to be a Fire Stun. That is Collider. My second reaction though was that Yanagi, wait, Electric Anomaly, 1.2, Chaos Jazz. If you guys remember from the live stream, there is this new disc set. This bad boy right here, off-field DPS set for fire and electric. Right, this set was clearly made for Benice, but then we've got the electric aspect of it, which led me to think that there is a chance that Yanagi could be an off-field DPS. That said though, my third reaction was, well, Every single character that has been released so far has had some kind of unique mechanic, right? We've got Ellen with her charged up basic attacks. We've got Juyeon with her burst DPS in the stun phase. We've got Jane with the assaults that actually crit. But lastly, we've also got an upcoming off-field DPS in Bernice, right? So that actually got me thinking. Electric Anomaly. Their shocks have the highest scaling in the game. And what a lot of people have done is build disorder comps around this, right? Like your Grace and Piper comps. Therefore, there is a chance that Yanagi could actually be centered around disorder. It's just another possibility, especially if she could potentially be off-field, which means that like the shock is building up and up and up, and then maybe you go pop it with your Jane Doe with Assault. I don't know, that kind of sounds like the Grace Piper comp, Yanagi and Jane. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Alright, that's all I've got for Yanagi over here, aside from the fact that she is like a super hot Mega Nair OL. Let's move on to Lighter. Now, this one is really interesting because I don't see a way that Lighter doesn't power creep the crap out of Collider. But the first thing that I did want to mention is that there are a lot of you that were hoping that he is going to be a fire DPS. And look, I get it. Damage dealers are really freaking cool. That being said though, if they build his kit right, and what I mean by that is that they include a crap load of damage amplification, damage support, similar to your Qingyi, then he is going to be extremely, extremely future-proof, right? Out of all of the characters so far, all the way up to Bernice, I think that Qingyi is the second least likely to get Power-crept. Therefore, if they make this guy like kind of as much of a generalist as Qingyi, he has the potential to also join her. Now, from a roster point of view though, if you only have Collider as an S-rank stunner, and maybe have like Ambi as well, right? And Lighter turns out to be a generalist stunner, similar to Qingyi, then Lighter absolutely has a crap ton of value, right? Bench the Ambi and you've got 2 strong stunners for each team. That said though, if you do have like Collider and Lycoan, or you do have like Collider and Qingyi, or even Lycoan and Qingyi, then I would definitely admit from a meta point of view, from a pull priority point of view, his value certainly diminishes, right? 2 stunners, that's really all we need. And the element doesn't really matter because element does not affect stun value. The last thing about Lighter, and actually I'm going to speak for all stun units, is when we come back over here and we look at our king, Caesar. She is probably going to be immune to power creep for a long, long time. Like at this moment, her existence competes with pretty much all stun characters, but also with all support characters, which is nutty. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know how you want to interpret it, but Caesar, she just covers way too much on her own. In my opinion, Caesar is not going to be power crept for a very, very long time, and her role can be Lighter's, or rather Lighter's role can be overtaken by Caesar's. That being said, if you are a husbando enjoyer, please pull on Lighter. Please, please, please show Mihoyo that we do appreciate the bros as well, so that I can have more of a break and you guys can have more S-rank husbandos. I must admit, I am a bit of a Yanagi fan, but I actually do like Caesar and Bernice more than Yanagi and Lighter. And so what this actually tells me is that I can go all in on Caesar and Bernice and try to get them both. Maybe I'll go like 90 into Caesar and like maybe hard P on Bernice. And I can full skip these 2 banners over here. I think that's going to be my plan. And so I'm interested in your plans. Does this change anything for you guys? Are you a husbandor enjoyer in Lighter, or do you like the mamas with the glasses? Does this news change who you are going to be pulling for? Let us know down in the comments below. I'm really interested to see. Now, I gotta say, I do like my office ladies, but this is the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.